gods and mortals meet. Legends rise from ancient stone. Heroes' fates are yet unknown. Travial, where the echoes call. In the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name. From the ruins of the past to the battles that will last, every choice a path to tread. In this world where fate is led, Travial, where the echoes call. In the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name. Through the trials, through the pain, destinies in blood are stained. Magic weaves the threads of time. In Travial, where legends glide. Travial, where the echoes call. In the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name. So gather close, the tale begins in Travial, where the dark wind sings. Join the fight, take up the call, for in this world heroes rise or they fall. Where the echoes call, in the night the darkness falls. Through the storm, through the flame, heroes rise to carve their name.
Alright, welcome everyone to another fun D&D session. We got myself, we got Melody playing Vina, we have, you know what, I'll just let everybody go over who they're playing real quick, like just name, basically your name and your character's name. Alright, starting
I vote. Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was going to say, I vote we let Ruby choose who goes first.
Alright, I was just gonna go top right and then go clockwise. So it'd be Inquisition is first.
Hello, hello. My name is Inquisition, and I am playing Jose, an Inquisitor of Anuketna, whose current obsession is spreading the word and teaching the masses how to read and write. And if there's time, a little bit of worship to the one true Anuketna. Did any of that come through, or did I
Oh
forget
yeah,
to
no,
press
you came
button?
through just fine. By the way, Belle takes a point of psychic damage. Ange, you're up.
I'm Angelman and I play Rai, the lovely fox kitsune.
Yep. I'm Ruby Mad Hatter. I'm the DM. I'm also playing an NPC is traveling with the party named Sylvana Frostfire. All right, Guy.
I am the one and only, the fat guy. I am playing Hidan, which is currently on a journey of sorts to increase his prowess, I guess would be the word, because at some point he is determined to murder a chaotic god.
All right, and next is Faye.
Hello, I'm Faye and tonight the extra stabby 100% Sebi Drow will instead be playing Bell, the human cleric of Amuketna, who has been basically working to recover resources of information that are buried in the false tombs of Nicholas. And she is also a spiritualist who is accompanied by a phantom of hatred that she refers to as Miss Daae.
And that leaves Melody.
Hi, I'm Melody. I play V. V is really very nice, but she's not all that bright.
At least she seems that way.
Looks can be deceiving.
I mean, she's had some pretty bright moments, if you ask me.
Yeah. The person who's not here, by the way, is Anne, who is playing Draha. She had to go to work because they called her in at 6 at night. So she had to do that. So fun times there. All right. So, what were you guys discussing before I got the chance to hit the damn record button?
Well-
Murder and mayhem.
Well, a bit of theological discussion just to really see where the dear Inquisitor of Amuketna and Bell, the cleric of Amuketna, see where they agree or disagree on this homebrew deity of knowledge and magic. Also had domains in runes, and unfortunately I don't have it right in front of me.
What do you have not in front of you?
The information about what her domains, Amuketna's domains, are.
Yeah, I can give you that. Give me 1 second since I find Amnu Ketna.
Then you send that to me as well, as that could come in handy for preaching purposes.
Yes. I am working on it right now. I did not make the deities list, unfortunately, alphabetic in the book, and I should probably fix that.
At least sort them by pantheons.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll put it in Discord of what I got on Amnu Ketna currently. It's a lot, but hey. That is part 1. They wouldn't let me put this last part in. There you go. That is everything on Amnu Ketna. So her domains are magic, knowledge, rune, and trickery.
Oh, right. That is an interesting one to work with.
Well, no, her thing is, when it comes to trickery, she's not about like playing pranks or anything like that. She's more of, she really enjoys a good riddle.
Ooh.
She's into wordplay trickery.
Mm-hmm.
So like her temples often have puzzles in them to help disarm their traps. To protect their vaults.
We have something to talk about later.
Uh-oh.
But for now, yes. I would say we are in the morning hours while waiting for others to wake up and whatnot.
Yep.
They are finding Belle and Jose in the midst of conversation because when it came to strategizing about Hidan's future wife. Just trying to define what each other believes, because oh boy, do we come from completely different directions sometimes.
Oh yeah.
I will state that as we were conversing, it was more a case of the the clear difference in viewpoints. For example,
Mhm.
Jose's viewpoint is you must spread the word by educating people, teaching them how to read, how to write. This in turn will endear them towards Amnuketna and thus grow the faith. Try to grab as many as possible. Whereas I will let my counterpart in the faith take over from her viewpoint.
And Bell comes from an order that is less about proselytizing and preaching as much as aiding those who are seeking knowledge. And with her particular specialization, her my particular order is organized around the various schools of magic, and my focus lies in necromancy.
Your
And
I would say your order is more about basically the bookkeeping and knowledge gathering.
I was getting to that.
Yeah, where his is more about like going up to the door and just going. I'm Elder Jose. Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Amnuketna?
Yeah.
You know something? I hadn't actually thought of doing that, but thank you for
God
the
damn
idea.
it.
And I take even more psychic damage.
Yep.
I will look at my counterpart and go, I'm late for my run round the doors. I will leave you in the capable hands of my dear wife, V.
I suddenly now wish the sweet tea I have in my cup was a New York Long Island iced tea.
And just
Before
because,
you go, Jose, one question. What
yes,
temple are you based out of? Where did you receive the title Inquisitor?
I smile at you and remark, in regard to the title Inquisitor, I got it from Kohan. I was his apprentice for some time. He informed me that one Inquisitor can create another.
Interesting.
That I bow to you and remark, with that, if you'll excuse me, I must depart.
And with that, I settle into finishing a letter that I've been writing and add P.S. The Inquisitor that is accompanying me is Jose, I forget the middle name, Quester, who
Siberia
received,
Cluster, or Siberia.
who received his appointment from one, what was the name again?
Kohan.
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 If we can, and he is more skilled with personal debates And with that, she rolls
It
it up.
kind of
And
helps that I cheat with the Nightingale a bit.
and with that, I roll up the letter I was writing and proceed to be working on a seal when anybody else starts showing up.
Not long after you finish writing a letter, Sylvana will come down the stairs. Her outfit is once again very tidy, very immaculate to, what her usual standard is. So she's her usual standard, but you can tell based on her outfit and how little it deviates sometimes, she's probably got OCD.
Yeah.
Riot's behind her, waking up as well, coming down.
All right. And when does Hedon come down? Because
I was part of the whole conversation. I was sitting there listening.
Yeah, he was there the whole time.
oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just
Awesome.
listening, gathering, contemplating to see how the two paths can converge or be used on the path that I'm on to reach the one of my goals.
Landing that future wife, so to speak.
That's a short-term goal.
Awesome.
God.
Well, Belle will look at you and go, "You were the one that, did, you have any luck with, the ledger that we collected from, as I'm like, I just noticed, Sylvana coming along and is like, the one we received from the attackers."
About the book that I received,
Amongst what we got recovered from the bandits was a coded ledger.
I did not have the coded ledger, and the book that I received from my future wife was fairly quickly asked to be handed over for someone to look at, in which I have not got back yet.
Oh, could have sworn that Jose and I were wrestling over the same one. Well,
Accidentally put that in the Sunday game. My bad.
And Belle goes shifting through her pockets and whatnot. I could have sworn I got this from Jose, but and going through her pockets one more time, he's like, yes, the ledger. Apparently, I've had it. My apologies. I assumed that you did.
No, it was talked about me looking at it, but then it never got handed over because someone was so happy about possibly learning something from it, that it just never got handed over.
My apologies.
If I remember correctly, the verbiage was used as, "Oh, goody! I might can learn something from this."
Is like, and at that point is like, I I start turning a little red and like punch him in the shoulder and is like, well, you were very confident about it. I remember that much. So please let me know how your efforts turn out. I've got quite a bit on my plate.
I will be happy to take a look at it.
And as Sylvana walks up, I have my hands folded politely, and I just go, good morning, Sylvana.
Yes. Good morning, Belle. I see that the others have already become problematic.
Nothing new. Apparently,
Hi, buddy.
Jose has a new obsession with doors. I shrug.
Well, that's not unusual for him.
How was your research last evening?
Well,
Anything useful?
I was able to discover that the materials that were used to make that book came from Sahir primarily.
Yes. I was talking about how do I put this? What conclusions you came to from my bath water?
Oh, I needed warm water to perform the tests.
Oh. All right.
And I just completely forgot you were in the bath. My apologies.
Well, multiple concerns and all that. So while we wait for Jose to do whatever he's doing, does anyone else have any other plans?
In that regard, give me a minute. I'm working on something.
I will just sit
You're doing a thing.
I'll just sit here and look through this ledger and see if there's anything that catches my eye, or maybe I can decipher
Yes.
at a glance.
Well, I need to find the local branch of the Mages Guild as I tap the letter that I just wrote. And I look at Sylvana, and if it's convenient, we'll find a shop so I can help see about recovering some resources. And well, this is more your line anyway. How what difficulty might we foresee with procuring the belladonna that we spoke of before? It doesn't strike me as being too typical to be going shopping for something that's also known as deadly nightshade.
Indeed, the Mages Guild will probably be our best bet to find it in a more legal sense. I'd rather not have to acquire it from other sources, though I will say that, how do I put it? I am not a member of the guild.
Mm.
That's probably something I should have corrected.
Well, I don't know how long Jose's latest fixation is going to occupy him, so...
How about that, Ruby? I'm about to send you a song. I'll be singing just 2 verses of it. I love the sigh already. It's like, oh god, no.
Did anyone did anyone see the town? Anything particularly of interest
What do you
before
want, Danny?
we head out? Because I'd rather we be on our way as quickly as possible,
Use the same-
personally.
Just go get water, buddy.
Mm,
All right.
I don't think there was anything particular that I wanted to check out.
Yeah, there was nothing either.
All right.
Oh,
All right. So, Jose,
Yes.
I will require you to make a not a posy, perception check. As you're going around knocking on doors, apparently.
1 second. How do I share? Okay, there it is. I don't know if that'll work for you or not.
I'll see. Oh, Christ. I will check that out later. God damn it.
Okay. What was the rules you
Prescribing
needed?
to the rule of winning D&D is the race to the first person to get the DM to say, fuck you.
God damn. He made a song for
Yeah.
Amnuketna.
Yes, I did.
Oh, yay.
We will
It's
all
a
torture.
jazzy one.
Yeah.
All right.
So, what rule did you want again, Ruby?
Perception, please.
And there's my perform at the doors.
All right.
Knock, knock, I rap on the door with the tales of a god you should adore. I know Katniss love so bright, so wide, saying with wisdom come step inside.
All right.
Us.
So while the picture I'm going to be posting is in the evening, this is happening during the day, so please keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You see that person you met before looking like this with several crowds around her.
Oh, yay.
Ooh, that will get me to stop instantly.
For those of the audio, there has been an updated picture of the
my wife.
Yes, a blonde elven woman in an intricate blue dress and a distinct glow up with celestial radiant wings and what looks like possibly a halo.
Yes. Now the halo behind her is glowing behind her head. It has a faint glow to it. The book is slightly glowing. She has a magical light in her left hand, and the wings behind her are taking on a like butterfly appearance. And she is still preaching, but is obviously gaining the attention of the townsfolk.
I mean, if you look that good, would you not?
Okay. Oh, I'm at a crossroads.
All right, I'm gonna let you think on that, Inquisition. See, you have a few moments to think on what you're going to do. Belle, you and Savannah are going to the Mages Guild.
Yes.
All right. So as you approach the Mages Guild, it is in this town. It is a 5-story building, so it's moderately tall. And you can see that there's an entrance, and through the large glass windows on the side of the building, you can see a rather large library here. That is easily the top, not the top 3 floors, but the top floor is not the library, but the next floor down. So floors 4, 3, and 2 are this library.
Oh, yay. And as soon as I see that, I'm like, I've got the whole... if I had pearls, I'd be clutching them with huge eyes. It's like, wait, must focus. Let's focus.
Focus!
We have work to do. We need to get to Farandoshi as soon as possible. There's probably even a bigger library there. Oh
Yeah.
my.
Yeah. Upon entering, you'll see that there is a young lady behind the desk, and she's kind of working there. And sitting beside her is a young man who is... How do I put this? I need a sense motive to see how much information you get out of this. Because there's some information that's going to be obvious, and some that's not going to be as obvious.
Okay, so it's just going and looking in.
Yeah. Like, as you open the door, this is what you're seeing. Alright?
Okay.
So you see the two young people there. They're both in robes, things of that nature. This is like the entry room. There are multiple doors. Like, there's a couple sets of doors behind them. There's a door to the left, and there's a door to the right.
Right.
Looking in upon them, you can tell that the guy is attempting to impress the woman. And his social skills are very poor.
As in the... Aw, isn't he adorkable? Or, oh my god, this asshole must die!
The adorkable side.
Okay, it's like, he's trying.
He's like a relatively good person. He's just really stumbling over his words. And the young lady next to him has the perceptive skills of basically a brick when it comes to this kind of matter. So, like, it's not that, like, she's noticing and not caring. It's more of she's not even noticing he's doing it.
Uh-oh. Isn't this adorable? Oh, well, there's work to do.
Yep. So, he'll suddenly perk up, and he's a human gentleman. The woman next to him is a half-elf. And he'll go, oh, sorry. Welcome to the Mages Guild. How can I help you today, fine people?
Yes. I am looking to send a message directly to an individual, and I give the information to send my missive to the head of the Order of Mysteries in Zahir.
Okay.
Capital City.
He looks and goes, oh, excellent. All right, and this is just your traveling companion, or do they have business here as well?
We will have further business. Yes.
Oh, okay, excellent. He will quickly grab the missive, and the first thing he'll do is he'll kind of like heft it a little bit to see how much it weighs in his hand, and then he'll look at it and go, do you happen to have a word count for how many words are in this?
Oh boy, it's like
If that's something Bell would keep track of, you could just say enter number here.
It's a multiple it's a multiple page thing, so it's like
It's a lot.
it's a lot. It's like I would say, oh, the whole word count of 1,667 that may or may not be familiar to certain people.
All right.
Yeah, that's
He goes, all right.
probably on the lower end.
So
of what
sending is not viable in this instance. All right. So we will use the bulk teleportation that we do at the end of every week to send missives to wherever they need to go. Will that be acceptable then?
Interesting. In Kelna, they were able to send this directly for a fee of 350 gold.
Oh, if you wanted like an emergency sending, then yes, that is available. The 350 gold is definitely doable. Just I figured you would want a cheaper rate of like say 25 gold, and that would be sent in mass with everything else.
Yes, I want this sent as soon as possible.
Then
As
yes,
quickly as possible.
then yes, the 350 gold will be sufficient. And the young lady will kind of like reach out and like put her hand on his like his side and go, "It's okay, breathe. They understand. You didn't make any faux pas." And like as soon as she touches him, like you could see that he tenses up just a little bit more, but is like trying to hide that he's nervous around her.
Aw, so cute.
And she goes,
And
the 350 will be more than acceptable. We'll have it teleported before the end of the day.
yes, and as I go through my bags and I proceed to be like smile and instead of 350 gold, I wind up placing 35 platinum on the counter. I'm sure this will suffice.
He will count it and go, yes, 35 blades will be more than acceptable.
Yes. Platinum is blades, gold is crowns. How was it?
Silver
Yes.
silver pieces are hammers, and copper pieces are stocks.
Right. Okay.
Yes, 35 blades is more than acceptable. Thank you. And like he'll take the money, put it into like a little small wooden chest at the desk.
Thank you.
So
Is there
your other business, madam?
we're looking for materials. Can you direct us?
She goes, materials on what, pray tell?
Material components for spells and the like.
Ah, so you want the the quarterly shop. Yes. That would be through that door over there for the public excess supplies. But if you're looking for something a little bit more rarer,
We have
then you would have to enter through the back doors here into the guild proper and speak with one of the representatives of the quarterly that deals with the guild directly.
very well, thank you.
So which one are you going for? The public shop, or are you going for the back, like, proper Mage's Guild shop?
Well, we'll definitely address replenishing what was used to knock out Belle during her bout of lycanthropy first, and then go into the further into the guild.
All right. So you go into the public shop, and like Sylvana's able to point out what she needs. Essentially, it's not too terribly expensive. We're talking like 200 gold worth of materials.
That's fine.
Yeah. You'll notice that she like how you are with books, where you're very particular with your books. She is now being very particular with these substances, like grading them, figuring out, okay, is this to the quality standard I need? Some cases she'll open up a bottle, look inside, smell it, and then put the bottle back and grab a different one instead.
All right.
Even though it's the same material, it seems like she's being very picky about what kind of material she's grabbing.
Right.
If she's paying, then she should be picky.
Uh-huh. I'm not arguing with her.
So, you guys, she gets some materials. The shopkeeper, who is a young halfling, kind of just smiles and just goes, "Thank you, I appreciate it. You guys have been great. Good customers are always hard to come by."
Yes. Thank you so much for your help. As I'm like, can we go? Can we go?
Yep. All right, so you exit out and you go into the guild proper.
Mm-hmm.
At which point, the young lady goes, "Can I see your guild credentials, please?"
Ah, yes. The thing that is like, oh yeah, is like we talked about this before, and it's like I never got to. Whoops.
Yep. So like you pull out a little like compact, if you will, like
Mm-hmm.
almost like one of those makeup compacts, and you open it up and you thumb through it and you find your guild credentials in it and you show it to them.
Mm-hmm. And let's see. Pinned messages. You've put the stuff for guilds up here. Well, there's the book.
Travial affiliations. It's above the map.
Ah.
Or below the newest map, but above the old map.
All right. Do. Ah, yes.
I love how every time I go to this page, it says 404 calendar not found, but as soon as I hit login, the calendar reappears.
Yeah.
Just like, god damn it.
All right. And Mage's Guild.
Yep.
Half the character level, which is a 4.
Yep.
Let's see.
I believe you are trained in Knowledge Arcana and Spellcraft.
Oh yeah.
So that's another 4 on top of that.
I'm trying to think.
What's your highest level arcane spell?
That would be my spiritualist levels,
Yeah.
which are technically psionic,
Yeah,
but sticks and stones.
but psionics and
They-
Travial are the same as arcane magic.
Yeah. And highest spell is second level.
So you get a +1 because you can cast arcane spells, but not third level yet.
Okay, so that
So
brings us to 9.
That makes you 9. And that's it.
I was wondering whether or not the assignments from the head of her order is going to be folded into this or not count.
Yeah, it would. So that would be completing minor missions of the guild. So each assignment you've completed is a +1.
And I'd say that she's completed at least 2.
Yeah, I would say 2 because you did 1 for cleaning out the cave. That was one of your assignments, and the other one is you're sending information back. So as long as you're sending information back, every 6 months it'll increase by another 1.
Okay, so I believe that brings it to an 11.
11, which means you're a journeyman. You have +2 on all knowledge checks in the guild hall, and the ability to share spell books with one spellcaster of your level once per month.
All right.
So you show your credentials. She kind of nods and writes it down, and then she looks at Sylvana and goes, does she have credentials as well?
Well, she is definite. I can definitely say that she is a skilled alchemist.
But she has not officially joined the guild. And Sylvana kind of just looks at her and goes, no, not at this time. And she'll look at you and be like...
You don't have to yet if you don't want to.
She kind of thinks for a moment and goes, I'm not against the idea. And the woman goes, well, I could have the both of you at least speak to one of the officers that are in charge of the guild. Like, not the person the archmage of the guild hall here, but I can at least get you talking to one of their administrators.
Well, Uh, whichever you feel most comfortable with, Savannah.
She goes, I mean, this is your organization, so whatever you think is best. I'm not incredibly knowledgeable of the Mages Guild, to be honest.
Perhaps she can accompany me while I do some personal business.
She'll kind of look her over and go, I will put it on a note to have an administrator come find you later, but I believe that should be okay as long as she speaks to an administrator about recruitment before she leaves.
Very well.
Will that be acceptable?
Perfectly fine. I was told that I go this way for the more specialized material providers.
Yes, and she will give you directions to, like, you go down that hall, you take a right, go 4 doors down, and it'll be the fourth door on the left, and that'll be the gentleman you'll need to speak to about acquiring the materials that are usually not permitted by the public.
Very well. And okay, here we go with the will check to not go into the library instead.
All right, let's do it. You are fine. You're like,
good.
Focus.
I stare longingly.
You stare longingly. You stare longingly at the stairs with a little sign that's next to the stairs that says "Library this way."
Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
it's one of those that the head and the body is not turning with the body.
yeah.
It is, but him.
So you enter the room and you hear like basically the sounds of things banging and like moving around and stuff, but you don't see anybody as you enter this room that has like a waist high shelf, like a counter, like cutting the room in half, and oh, excuse me. So, like, you enter his room. The front half is a rather empty area. It looks like there's a couple of chairs, but nothing really special. And then there's, in the center of the room, a waist-high counter. Wooden counter. And then on the back half of the room is just shelves and shelves and shelves of stuff. All, like, not just alchemical stuff, but, like, you see potions, wands, robes that are all nice and folded. All kinds of stuff. And on the counter, you see a couple of things. One, you see a book that is strapped to the counter. Like, you can you can open and, like, turn pages, but you could tell that you cannot pick up this book from the counter.
It's like a catalog. Nice.
So there is that. And next to it is a what do I want to put it? A silver strand that kind of looks like a rope that's attached to the counter, and on the other end of that rope is a brass bell, like a little small brass bell, like a handbell.
Okay. It's like of course I open the book first.
Okay, you open the book, and it does have a catalog of, like, various things there that are just, like, kind of kooky, kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm. And while I'm paging through it, I absentmindedly, like, just grab the ring, grab the string to ring the bell.
All right. All right. All right, so you ring the bell. You're like ding 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 ding.
Mhm.
The sound goes out, and you hear it's like you hear something curse just aggressive language for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Do you speak Goblin?
No.
Okay, so it sounds like gibberish to you. Just
Okay.
you're like okay.
It's like I just wanted to give the linguistics a try. Damn, it's one of the ones that I can't use. I don't recognize it anyway. I
Yeah,
just rolled a 6 to try to recognize it.
and you didn't do well, and that's
No.
okay. All right. So coming up to the counter is a like how do I put it? Is a wirely sharp-eyed, moss green skinned, humped-backed goblin that has ears that look like weather parchment. That like twitched a little bit as she's running up to the counter. She's draped in like a heavy patched robe that smells faintly of sulfur and lavender.
That's a combination.
And she'll like kind of like jump up and like you'll see her head suddenly just pop up on the other side of the counter, and you're like, oh god.
It depends on how deeply I am into the book too.
Oh no, like
And
the smell alone is gonna hit you as soon as she gets like near you.
oh yeah, especially with the fact that I've been oh so subtly hinting that yeah, she's been smelling a little more strong. Her sense of smell is a little stronger than usual.
Yeah.
um. Hello.
Here you go.
Uh.
So she'll come up and like you'll see that she has like long dexterous fingers as she's like clawing her way up to the counter, and they're like stained with ink. You see some like glitter stuff on them, and you don't know why you didn't hear her jingling, but now you do, as you notice there's like a small army of like charms and trinkets just dangling off her robe in various places.
Hello.
Oh, hi there. How are you?
I'm well. Was there any particulars that you needed aside from what we have talked about already, Sylvana?
Sylvana thinks for a moment and goes, not particularly. I think what we discussed should cover the rest. And she goes, would you like to inform the rest of the class?
Well, I'm just, in the immediate,
Is there something wrong? Does the kobold have your tongue now?
well, I'm not one used to, requesting things like belladonna.
Ah, belladonna. Very interesting
So-
substance. Good for poisoning people as well as, giving you a fun cure for the hiccups.
I'll try to keep that in mind, yes. But, yes, that's, do we know how much? Do you have any suggestions at the amount?
Sylvana thinks for a moment and goes, it depends on the price. I would say at most 5 pounds of it should be more than enough for me to work on the experiments you need me to work on for like the next 6 months. And that's if I get time to work on it every day.
Ah. Well.
So, yeah, 5 pounds should be sufficient. And the goblin just kind of like, you see her stick her finger in her ear and she seems to like be rooting around for a minute, and then she picks something out and just kind of like flicks it away and just goes, ah, yes. Okay, so you need a lot of belladonna.
Oui.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Will that be a problem?
For most people, yes. For Grizzle Bintweevil, not at all. Give me one moment. I have to go find it. And she, like, jumps down, and, like, you see her scurry back into the shelves. And once again, it's, like, the sounds of pots, pans, things being thrown around. Her, like, yelling and gobbling.
Ah, yes. It's like, with it being May and stuff, I'm just, like, picturing the Yoda in his pre-reveal sort of crankiness and all that stuff.
Yeah. Mine! 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 Ding, 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 ding.
And
My home this is!
yeah, and Belle is looks kind of uncomfortable for a moment, and then just basically retreats to looking through the catalog again.
Yeah. She eventually, like, comes back to the counter. Like, you hear the sound of something being dragged across the floor, and she just goes, okay, I think I found it.
All right.
For this amount of belladonna, and to make sure that I do not inform the local authorities about how much you're purchasing, because, well, they tend to not look happily upon this much poison being purchased at once.
Strictly hit for research purposes.
Oh, I'm
not meant
sure
for
it's
any-
research purposes. That's not any of my business. But this amount is technically, not permitted to be purchased. You're only allowed to have small doses, very small. And something like what you're needing to do, this is not going to be sufficient. So I have this much. So for this much, I will require a good 700 gold. And I will give you this much.
Okay. Well, fortunately, you said 700 gold?
Yes, 700 should be sufficient.
All right. And let's see. Puts down once again 70 platinum
Yep, 70 blades.
and uh and oh, looks through the catalog one more time, and it's just well, I am
She
very
has-
grateful.
She has, like, as you look through the catalog, you'll notice one thing that kind of stands out to you, and you're like, this seems bullshit to you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, especially with your knowledge of arcane. It is wand polishing oil designed to help make sure that your wands maintain their charges and the charges don't bleed off.
Interesting.
Which that's bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, wait a minute.
All right.
That's not right.
Well, thank you very much. Perhaps we will pass this way again. Thank you.
I would appreciate if you ever bring back more business here. I'm always in, as long as your coin is good, then I can make sure I can find what you need.
Yes. Have a good day. And
Goodbye!
into the pocket.
And she just dives back down into, like, things, and it looks like she's just trying to throw things back onto the shelves and shit.
Okay.
Savannah will look over at Belle and go, that is a very strange person to be running the shop.
Well, we are in a unique field.
Indeed. As you exit the quartermaster shop, you'll see a dwarven gentleman kind of walk up to you and go, yes, one of the apprentices informed me that you were looking for someone to initiate someone into the guild, correct?
Well, there was an interest in it, yes.
Ah, yes. Which one of you two is the one that's interested in joining the guild?
I am already a journeyman, and my friend Sylvana Frostfire has a little bit of curiosity.
Ah, excellent. If you both will come with me, I will take you to one of the offices and I'll make sure someone of proper standing will, speak with you both. All right.
All right.
And as you're being led through, camera shift. Jose!
Yes.
Are you prepared?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. So she is preaching. You can see the magical effects like waving off of her. It is definitely enhancing this idea that she is of celestial blood.
You claim your... I say in a loud voice. You claim yourself to be divine, to be truly sent from the one above. Well, care to put your words to the test? Care to see who's better at the jest? Care to see whose verbal vernacular can outdo the other? I challenge you, madam, to a preach-off.
Somerville
bet I
takes psychic damage.
I hereby declare a preaching war. And speaking of which, and mind you, I'm not saying our religions are at war, so don't try and twist my words. I'm saying you and I will preach until we see who's the better. Speaking of which, let us get rounded up and better, shall we? Oh, and by the by, no magic. I'll see it. So if you wouldn't mind stopping your way over these people with your arts of power, and let us have a fair duel. Or are you incapable without your mystical abilities?
She smiles and you see her flip a few pages in the book, and then she'll just do a quick read down the page and then go, "Let them sing and let them shout. Let their smoke rise and their idols dance. But the stars do not bend to applause, and the runes do not change for praise. I am the silence beneath the thunder. I am the law beneath the miracle. I do not perform, I reveal. I do not compete, I endure. Their flame flickers in ritual, but mine is the fire that binds the spheres. Their truth is written in the sand, mine is etched in the bones of the world." Give me a second, I need a diplomacy check here.
Roll those bones.
Yeah. I never thought I would actually have to stat out this character, so I might have to do that later. I thought it was going to be a quick throwaway character just to give you guys something to, go towards. No, motherfuckers, you're challenging this person. All right.
You're welcome. Oh, welcome to Team Fortress 2. We've got updates of updates.
All right. So she gives this great performance and reads this out, and the people are just kind of nodding, okay, that's a neat little verse.
There's no way I can outdo a plus 18, but that's not going to stop me.
No, that's not going to stop you.
I speak of a light that the clouds won't dim, a boundless melody sung just for her. From the crescent moons to the morning glow, and whose Ketna's truth is the jazz I know. So tell me, one and all, oh, hear the sound of the divine power. Fear reigns supreme this very hour. Let Amnuketna's rhyme pure and grand flow through your heart and take your hand. Now tell me which one of you wouldn't wish to know how to read and write, sign a contract, know how much you're getting paid per day. My God makes this happen. Tell me, what does yours do? Okay,
Give me a
hold on.
second. Like, I have to comprehend what the fuck he just said. And let me think. Let me think.
I'm so tempted to carry on while you're thinking.
Well, she would reply faster than I can. My brain is comprehending the words and going, how do I word this in a religious way?
I'm gonna have to leave because my headphones are about to die, and I don't want to make everyone hear Jerry's mom's trying to sleep. So.
All right, fair enough. She thinks for a moment and goes. She goes, they teach the names scratched in dust. We read the names etched in stars. To write is to begin. To seek the arcane is to awaken. Let them sing of letters. We walk the path where truth is flame and knowledge eternal. Ooh. She's kicking the ass.
Yeah, it helps that you're cheating a bit here, but
How
still.
am I cheating?
A plus 18? There's no way I could get that much.
Also, she could roll shitty and you can roll well.
Sure. Anyway, I will just retort right back. Ladies and gentlemen, I offer you the ability to read and write. She offers you the ability to look at the stars. You can just look up at night. Now tell me, what's more beneficial? Looking upward at night or reading and writing? Knowing your worth and true might? Come on one, come on all. Worship the one true God called Amnuketna. I promise you, not only will you be thoroughly educated, but generations after you will know your name as the smartest of your line for taking up the ability to read and write. And not only that, but through the process of wording and writing, you'll learn the ability of rhyme. Now come one, come all. There's a nation to be enthralled and restored. And Amnuketna's teaching of what's right and wrong and technology. Oh, no, wait, hang on. Is technology a thing?
I mean, technology is always a thing. It's just, you gotta try to remember, medieval period technology is like catapults and shit. Or in D&D,
Okay.
technology could also mean, better arcane devices.
All right, so look at the arcane devices. They're priceless. Wouldn't you like to know if you're getting a good deal or a bad one? I give you the ability to read and write. She gives you the ability to look up the stars at night. And I'll stop there, as I think at this point the two of us are like getting louder and louder as we try to out-preach each other. I rolled a 29, by the way.
Yeah, I noticed. Let's see how well she does this time. Okay. Alright, Alright, My brain is frazzled. Give me a second. Nope. And she goes, all right. She goes, that Omnuketna teaches you to write words on a page, to etch symbols in parchment, and call it knowledge. But the true seeker gazes not at the ink, but basically to the knowledge beyond it. Before where wisdom is born. To read is to begin your knowledge and to your journey along the path. To write is to create a shadow along that. But note, neither are the light. But to know, to truly understand, is to awaken the spirit, to walk the path where the light begins. The mind ascends not through letters, but through the understanding of the boundless existence and where all light from the path begins. You actually did better.
All right.
At this point, before you respond, by the way, Hedon and Ange, can I get a
Yes.
perception check from both of you? All right. You'll notice that there is quite a few people in town running towards a particular direction rather excitedly.
Keaton, do you want to go check it out?
Well, from past experiences, it seems that everybody has went into town to do one thing or another. So I can only imagine one of two people have created an spectacle. So let's go see what's going on.
Okay.
All right.
And we head in the same direction as everybody else.
All right. So as you follow these people, you will come up to a wooden stage, and Hedon, you see the woman you saw outside of town.
My wife?
And she is definitely more glowy. She has those wings, the halo, the ball of light in her hand. She has the book in the other. And you see also on this wooden stage, Jose trying to rile up the crowd, like through something about writing and learning and shit.
And I've got the perfect thing to start in with this.
Oh boy.
No need to fear or feel confined. Amnus Ketna's grace will ease your mind, unlocking doors where laughter sings and blessings dance on gossamer wings. You claim to know of knowledge. Well, I'd be careful if I were you. The gods don't tend to like people trying to take their domains. But I do wonder, from what power do you derive your educational means?
All right, I'll let Hedon and Rai react to this first.
Oh, great. There he goes again.
There he goes again.
I can only imagine how this is going to go. But
Yep.
Okay.
I will holler out as loud as I can. I've seen him help many of poor advance themselves in life to become something more.
I'm going to look over and actually wait a second. I don't know if I can cast this on other people. I didn't mean to cast the spell. I meant to click on the cog.
Yep. All right. As Hedon says that, she turns, smiles at him, and notices Rai as well, and then turns back to Jose and goes, "The gods may guard their domains, but the heavens are vast and infinite. We on the path do not poach. We ascend, our knowledge is not stolen, but earned through the journey that we walk. The path to enlightenment is not the path of theft, but of revelation. We gain our knowledge not from grasping at power, but from walking the road with open eyes, through study, faith, and the willingness to understand the world of magic that is not written in books, but the very fabric of existence.
Well, this could get a little personal.
Oh, it's only slightly better.
So I'm going to yell out, what of the gods that curse the simple?
You say that curse the simple?
Yeah.
I'm guessing you're meaning the simple folk.
Yes.
Okay.
Like just your everyday person.
I just realized I was doing my diplomacies wrong. I have the spell Nightingale on me, and I've been diplomacying once.
You were the one who said no magic.
Yeah, you're the one who said no magic. She replies, then let their curses fall, for we do not bow to fear, nor call sacred which torments those who walk the path. If the god curses the seekers of the path for seeking the light of existence, then that god has forgotten their purpose. We do not defy the divine, but we reveal the truth they once guarded. The light of the path curses no one. The weave judges no soul. It waits for the curious, the brave, the willing, and those who wish to truly understand enlightenment. Let the gods test us. We rise not by favor, but by fire, will, and wonder.
Which begs the question, I wonder if you ask us to follow the gods that curse us as well as the gods that bless us.
Oh no!
Those who walk the path are not required to worship a god. We grant the path to enlightenment. We give you the methodology to gain enlightenment.
And yet, in every passage you spoke, you've mentioned the gods.
Yes, because you cannot state that they do not exist. Their evidence is plenty of locations around us. They are part of the existence of the world. But the gods are not the end point. They are merely one signpost upon the path that leads to true enlightenment.
Should a person not have the willpower to choose which single god they choose? Yet you ask that a person walks the path of light that passes many gods.
The gods, like as I said before, are signposts. Do not let the signpost distract you from your destination. They merely are markers along the path. Do not overly focus on one marker. If you follow the path, it will lead you to true enlightenment, the true light of the world, and true knowledge.
Now
So
go ahead.
So I kind of turn around and say, she asked us to ignore the signpost to focus on the end, but do not signposts lead us to our destination?
I said do not overly focus on the signpost. You may still notice the signpost, notice it is there, but recognize the signpost for what it is. It is a guide along the path. It is not the end destination.
I'm thinking.
All right. I'll let you guys go for a moment, and we'll go back to Belle.
And whenever I pay attention, it's like my sense motive's pretty good. So I'm just look over a little concerned over to Sylvana, and is like, we do not have to continue with this unless you truly wish to.
She like, I'm at least willing to hear what they have to offer, and the fact that I'm an alchemist, it might be helpful to have a membership of the guild as long as they do not require too much of me.
All right. This membership is a fringe benefit of efforts I made. Well,
So the dwarven gentleman will lead you to a room, and they'll sit there, and there's like a mirror on the table,
mhm.
and they'll look at you and be like, the gentleman who is next to the mirror goes, welcome. Could you be so kind as the one of you who is the member of the guild? Can you tell me which order you belong to?
I'm from the chapter in the capital of Sahir.
Yes. Does your order have a name?
Ah,
I was not able to
I
get
am.
all the notes from the front desk.
Ah, I am from the Order of Mysteries. I bear the title of the Grave Speaker.
Yes, excellent. Okay,
Correct.
one moment, please. And he'll go, if you please will sit down at the table. And you'll see him, like, wave over the mirror and start chanting above it, making somatic movements, doing basically arcane chant. In this case, in Elven.
Mm-hmm.
The mirror will get foggy for a moment, and then it'll suddenly clear. He will speak into it for a moment. You won't hear the response initially, and then eventually he'll go, it'll just be a few moments. And about 10 minutes later, you'll hear a feminine voice call out from the mirror and goes, yes, I believe there is a... Give me a moment. I just had the notes here. A Belle. Give me a sec. I'm trying to find Belle's full name. Son of a bitch, I don't have her full name.
Annabelle Lee.
Annabelle Lee. I believe there's a Miss Annabelle Lee on the other side of this. Yes?
Lee. Yes.
Yes. I am Gizana. I am the communications person on duty for the department, the Order of Mysteries.
Lee.
So we've gotten your letters. I do want to state that now. They have been very enlightening. I will say that if you ever get back to Sahir, I believe is Kashtun is where you're heading first in Sahir.
Mm-hmm.
We are sending one of the administrators there to meet with you. As they have some news they wish to share with you that we cannot share with this kind of communication.
I see. Well.
But with that being said, we understand that you have someone who wishes to join the Mages Guild, yes?
Yes. My friend here, Sylvana Frostfire, is a very skilled alchemist and could benefit from the fellowship, and the fellowship would benefit greatly from her abilities.
Excellent. Do you think she'd make a good addition to our particular order, or is there perhaps, should we recommend her to a different order?
The Order of Mysteries is a bit, well, more research based, where she is more experimentative.
I see. So the order, perhaps an order of, my brain is now, I had a word, I love it when this happens. I had the word, and it's gone now.
Where is the bird?
Word.
The order of the conjectural.
Perhaps.
They tend to be the most experimentative order out of all of ours. We do work with them on occasion.
Well, that seems a fair enough fit.
Excellent. And the woman will turn and go, we will speak with the Order of the Conjecturer later, but I do not see them turning down a new member, especially one of the alchemical focus skill set. The gentleman behind the desk will nod and go, all right, as you will. Goes, please do us a favor and file the paperwork necessary for her to join. Send it to us, and we'll make sure it gets to the proper location here. And the gentleman will go, very good. And he will kind of put it, like, he'll wave his hand over the mirror, and as the mirror starts to clear, he'll go, Annabelle Lee, we will, like, once again, we will have our discussion in Kashtun when you arrive.
Very well. While I have you, is there any way I would know my contact?
Just arrive at the Mages Guild there. They will pass the message along, and it'll be a couple of days before your contact arrives.
Very well.
All right, thank you. And, like, the mirror will clear up. All right, so the DM needs a quick 5-minute break.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we're going to do a quick bio break, so everybody go, use the restroom, get some food, whatever, because I already have Anne at work. I can make the game run a little later if everybody's okay with that.
I'm ready to go.
Yes.
All right, so I'll be back. I'm gonna pause things, and I'll be back in like 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
All right, we're back. Sorry for that quick bio break, but the DM needed it. So there is that. All right. So Belle and Savannah are helping. Basically, Belle's helping Savannah fill out paperwork, and she's getting added to the Mages Guild. Which, by the way, Belle.
Yes.
Because you're recruiting a new member to the guild, you get a +1.
Right. And
So-
that should...
You're a 12.
Yes.
Yep. Not quite at wizard yet, but you're getting there.
And again... Oh, the library.
Yep. The library. I want to be at the library.
Is like... Again... Just for funsies, as things are like finishing up and whatnot.
Yep. All right. So you got Jose, Guy, and Rye. You're still talking with this woman. Now, she is still preaching to the crowd, but she is utilizing what you're saying to incorporate into her sermon.
I will look down at Jose. Yes, I will look down at myself. Yes.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with looking down at yourself. I mean, that helps.
Typically don't want to do that in public, though.
I look down at Edan, and I look down at Rye, and I state, "Ah, fantastic! Edan, Rye, come up to me and help me persuade this wayward child, so that she might see the rising Hold on a sec. I just realized something. Has she been using magic?
She has not been using any additional magic, but she's left the like the effects she had on up.
All right, I carry on. Edan, Roy, come up here and help me show this one who's gone awry. Come on. And like as you two are walking up, I begin to start bigging you up to the rest of the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Edan, the man whose swords are deadlier than his way with words. And according to some women, it's not just his swords that are deadly, that leaves them quite quaking with shaking in fear with their luscious love of wanton done. And as for Rye, word has it, his honor is unmatched by anyone, and that his speed with the sword is so fast he can cut an apple in two and you won't even see his arms move. But I question you. Why am I asking help from these two? Simple! They've been with two followers of Amnuketna, and thus, unlike my counterpart here, I give you those who can see exactly how I have been and how my counterpart. Wait, hold on. Dan, Faye, what's your character's name again?
Hedon.
Bell.
Bell.
Oh.
And who have seen not just how I have been, but also how Bell has been to our great devotion one, the great and mighty Amnuketna. What say you two? Right?
Right?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to think what to say.
Yeah, it's just like,
I don't.
That's those
He doesn't
same
believe in a
words.
god, so
Just stand there and look pretty.
yeah, make a cute face.
I will then say, you see, this is further proof of how strong Amnuketna is. Hidan, my man, tell me what you think, and show me your righteous fury in terms of words.
I myself have seen this man through his belief and persistence of Omniketna change many of lives from mistake to prowess, from hatred and anger to love and mercy, in which I have seen nothing of this path of light. In all of my travels.
She will smile and look right at Jose when she says this and goes, "Many may walk beside you, but few truly see. One enlightened soul shines brighter than 1,000 shouting in the dark." Would you like to give me a sense of motive on that one, good sir?
I think she's calling you a liar.
Seems so she did.
Roby, since I'm up here attempting to help him, can I do a sense motive?
Sure. I'll allow it. Alright, she's essentially calling him out for quality over quantity. Saying that what she is preaching has more quality to it than your quantity of people that you're saying you have.
All right. You can say that. If you fail to be swayed by the words of those who see my reputation, then be swayed by my words of worship to the one true. This man has seen me devote my time in prayers and preaching, and changing people's lives, and so has Rye here. But if you don't believe the word of those who've seen with their own eyes, perhaps we must wonder what you're trying to imply by denying those who've seen things with their own eyes. However, if this is where you deign to go, let us stop here before we go too far. After all, it is not my way to antagonize those I come across, merely to enlighten and impart the truth and wisdom that is sought after by all mortals. With that, I bid you good day, and Hidan. I walk right over to Hidan, put an arm around him, and go, my dear friend. I very much agree, fully and wholeheartedly. Oh, call on me when you need me, and I'll be there to answer the call. But, oh wow, that sounds like a front.
All right, so you guys head on your
I
way.
meant that. But before I head off, I do turn and go, however, madam, what I said before was true. Hidan here is quite the man. And if you believe what you say is true, I beg of you, try your words on Hidan. At that, I will turn to Rye and state, Rye, can we go find my counterparts in faith? Do you happen to know where Bell is?
I think they went to the Mages Guild. It's not last time I heard.
And at that, I will then turn to Edan and go, good luck, my friend. And who knows? What's up is up. Bye. Right. Show me where the Mages Guild is. I haven't been here before.
As they're walking off, I look at the lady and say, you seem to have been up here for quite some time. Would you care to go and get something to drink to loosen up the throat at my expense? Maybe we could talk a little further.
Yeah, was that to Rye?
No, that was to the lady.
Oh, the lady. Okay, my bad. I wasn't sure who you were talking to. She
Time for
smiles.
you to get your flirt on.
She smiles and goes, "We can engage in conversation later this day, as I still have ministrations to go to with various areas of this town."
Well, you just said was hinting at quality over quantity, and yet you may miss your chance to have quality over quantity. For you just said that you have other places to go see, which to me seems like you're choosing quantity over quality.
Not exactly. I'm still helping the poor. I am going for quality of service over, as you do not need my assistance as much as several others do.
Well, in that case,
You're
would you
welcome.
like?
You're welcome to come with to see if we can't. If you wish to help the poor as well.
That's what I was just fixing to ask. If you wouldn't mind if I was to accompany you in the helping hand.
Of course. All right, and you just walk off with her.
Yes.
Well, there's another party mate we gotta go rescue.
I got myself out of it, and now I realize I've just landed Hidan in over his head. This was not intentional, I swear.
It's like we gotta arrange for sending stones eventually if we're gonna be keeping up this shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that might be something you need to do.
I could just
I
say
have a
no.
sending stone. I still have a sending stone. No, never mind. That's on Fridays, and that's no longer there. Never
Remember,
mind.
it's Straha's rule. Nobody goes anywhere alone anymore.
Well,
Yeah.
technically, I'm not alone.
Yeah, that's true.
In all due technicality, that's true.
Technically, I am
Technicality.
traveling. Technically, I'm traveling and conversing with my future wife.
That is true. Yes.
Oh.
Oh my god.
We'll go a little longer and then see whether or not you send up a rescue flare or something.
Oh, well, it depends on how things go. I mean, I can handle a pretty good fight on my own, but matters of the mind are not my forte.
Yeah. Much less matters of the heart. Good luck.
I'm probably going to need it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Bill. So after some work, Sylvana is now a member of the Mages Guild.
Huzzah.
Yep. And they thank you for your assistance, and they kind of wander off, giving you the chance to, wander around the guild now as permitted. And at this point, I believe Rye and Jose will be arriving at the guild.
Okay.
Yes. As I arrive, I'll turn to Rye and state, I don't know about you, but I found that quite exhilarating. The words flowing and flowing to and forth,
Yeah, you
verbally.
did great.
Thank you. Like, I will take that completely as genuineness. I believe I did. I tried quite hard. I truly did.
Yeah, you did. Keep up the good work, and then I just pat his shoulder.
Thank you. Like, do we see Belle at this point?
Shortly afterwards, you're talking with the people at the front desk,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be like, "Who are you looking for?"
I'll turn to Rye and remark, should we just give a name or a name and a description?
Maybe a name.
We are looking for Belle of the Amukhetna persuasion in terms of divine divinity.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and now I think about it. I'm not where I've said I can't do it anymore.
Uh-oh. All right.
Just to get into the habit. Anyway, I turn and state, my good pal Rye here is a great lord of the elven kingdoms. You are there that don't know his name. Would you delay him in seeing the one known as Belle? That's very damn ballsy of you, if you don't mind me saying. And yes, I'm doing that just to wind the cleric up a bit because I'm not sure if he's being sarcastic or not, so I'll wind him up a little bit just to see it.
Okay. Let's see. He's being his usual loud self, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll hear him.
And I take a point of psychic damage.
Yeah.
It's like, here I am, is like once again staring at the little sign for the library, and it's like, oh no. Look at Sylvana and go, tell me you didn't hear that. Did you
Unfortunately,
also hear?
I will turn to Rai and state, "Hey, listen, play along. I just want to wind this guy up a bit. My lord Rai of the Hegemony Kingdom of Elves, I do apologize, but, well, some people are just rude." As I look to the guy at reception, and I'm like, come on, dude, this is a lord from another kingdom. What are you doing?
all right, who are you saying
Um,
this to? Like the guy behind the counter, or are you?
I'm
Yes.
Yeah, I'm turning to the guy behind the counter going, come on, dude, what are you doing? This is the Lord from another kingdom. Rai is someone big and mighty here. What are you playing at? Tell us where Belle is.
And the guy's like he's like stumbling over his words and everything, and the woman just goes, "One moment, please," and she'll get up, go to the door behind there, and pretty much almost immediately see Belle in the hallway because Belle was looking at the stairwell up, going, "The library." And she
And it's
goes,
like,
I believe you have someone looking for you, madam."
yes, I heard. As I'm like, take a breath and go to the front desk.
Rice sees her and he's happy. He's like, Belle!
Hello, Ray. Jose.
You missed an epic battle of the faiths.
Yeah, it was pretty, good.
I'm sure I didn't miss that
There,
much.
oh, but you did. There were words for days, verbal jousting and stabbing, and sidelong injuries from the verbal excursions. Rai here even participated a little bit,
Yes, I did.
and so did Hedan. Though Hedan's currently in the company of someone we'll talk about later. But for the moment, what are you doing here?
Taking care of some business before we leave town. Do we know how soon Hidan will be finished with whoever it is that he's accompanying?
You know something? I'll hold on a second. Would I have spotted Rai's face lighting up?
Give me a perception check. All right, now give me sense motive. Okay. Rye, would you give me a bluff check if you're trying to hide the fact of how your character feels?
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn! Fighter kicked your ass.
Yep.
And guess what? Belle doesn't even realize it either.
Yep.
We're both as clueless as each other for once.
It's
Nah,
like, I'm not
Ray's
even
just happy to
trying.
see Belle, you know.
Give me a second.
Uh-huh.
I doubt I'm
He
gonna
just wants to
succeed.
protect her.
Uh
Nope.
huh. Okay. Anyway,
I
love it.
will. Damn. Jesus. Okay, that
do
nearly.
we need to send out a search party?
Uh, give me a while. Oh, and to answer your question from earlier, it was a certain someone who believes herself to be more divine than both of us. But if you'll excuse me, I have an idea where they went,
Oh no.
I just.
and I will march on off to try and find Hidan and his future wife. Although in this case, Hidan and the one blinded by her faith, as Jose will call her for a while. I think
And
that's
since
funny.
I'm done with the whole split the party, we're going west.
Yeah, we're trying to stop splitting the party and try to find the fucking people.
'Cause we got a job to do and want to get to researching how to do this elixir for her for later and all that.
Oh, you're coming with. All right. I
Mm-hmm.
will do the following rules then to help find him.
Yep.
I don't have local, so I can't rule that. Do either of you?
Diplomacy is also used for gathering information in a town.
I take the 30.
Yeah, so you're definitely hunting his ass down very quickly.
Oh, Hidan, come out, wherever you are.
So eventually you keep up with your you catch up with your god damn, my brain, fuck.
Words are words, difficult
Yeah.
words.
Brain, be nice with me. You catch up with Hedon and his friend, his new friend, um, as they're administering alms to the poor.
Oh, lovely.
Oh yes, and she is usually doing. Now you would expect that she is probably some sort of cleric or something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she is not using healing spells.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second.
Yeah. With detect magic over time, I can tell which stuff that she would be using.
She's using arcane.
Mm-hmm.
So she is using
And
spells like bless. She's doing that.
mm-hmm.
She's spraying that around, but she's using mostly arcane magic to help people. Whether it's mage armor sometimes, or like other more like assisting spells.
Mm-hmm.
But all of her divine magic she tends to use, she's using with wands. Like she'll use wands, scrolls, and potions.
All right. So she isn't serving a deity. And this is definitely she's gone is like and also there was a lot of reverence of magic in the book that she gave us.
Yep.
All right. And
So
as far so, like I said, it's somebody who's taking up a dedicated aesthetic way of life and is just cribbing so much on a lot of Amuketna adjacent dogma stuff. And I'm a twitchy.
Yeah, you're a little twitchy on that. You're like, motherfucker, this is not cool.
Yeah. But I basically am, once again, social confrontation. Not my thing. Hiding behind Jose.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, you know what? As you hide behind me, I'm just gonna like sort of turn around to look at you, going, "What are you? Why are you standing behind me?"
Just go get heat on so we can go.
What? I just imagine you know, like gently sort of pushing me forward to try and get
Oh,
over
yes.
to that. I'm like, what? Hey, well, you just listen. If you're gonna keep that up, I warn you. Look, answer me as to why. Stop pushing me. Answer me why you're. Why?
Ask the question then.
Why are you hiding behind me?
Because we need to get heat on, and I don't need to deal with this bullshit.
Rye, can you help me, please? As I'm still getting pushed forward. It's
Because
like,
I can hear them.
just
They're talking.
I'll just sigh and then I'll be like, fine, I'll go get he done.
Rose, go away.
Mercy.
Go to bed.
I'm just going to turn right around you and go, what is it with you and social things like this?
Yes.
You're pushing me
Go.
forward. You know what? Miam can't help you because you're clearly in need of it. Oh, wow. I just said that.
I am.
Danny, bed.
I can hear you just going.
Sorry?
What?
I told you before, we do things differently.
Yes, and that makes us a better team. I can handle the stupidity and lunacy. You can handle the more thinking.
Yes,
People.
which involves the books and research. I provide information to those who ask. I don't confront the people that are just being idiots.
And yet you deal with me and him.
Much to her chagrin.
Yeah.
I will start laughing at that.
You know the part where Scar goes, "Oh, I'm surrounded by a bunch of idiots."
Yeah.
That's what
Yes.
I'm thinking right now.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that's what Ryan's thinking right now. He's like, "Oh,
Why? Why am I surrounded by these people?
By the way, Rye, Jose has noticed you didn't correct him about being a lord, so he's now beginning to wonder, wait, are you actually a
not a
lord?
lord." No, I'm not.
Stop interrupting him. It's like, as I poke Jose again.
Will you stop it with the poking? Like, I'll then just go, fine. I walk right up to where Rye is and go, hey, Hidan.
Hey, buddy.
And she'll look back and go, "Oh, you have returned. Are you here to help the poor?"
Hidan, are you sound of mind? Has anything been done to you?
Oh, unfortunately, not.
Fortunate. What?
How is that a bad thing?
I'm just gonna walk up to you, take you over off to the side, and go, "You all right?" Like I put my hand on your head to see if you've got a fever. Check your pulse and just be like, Can you say your name for me?
My name is Hedon.
Has anything been done to him that I can tell?
No.
Just madly in love.
And it's just like
With her?
smacking my forehead on my quarterstaff. And it just
Well, my good lady, I turn to my future wife and I say, my business and is needed elsewhere. I hope to see you on a future day, and maybe we can continue our lifelong journey along the path.
Indeed. I look
twitch.
forward to the day where we could talk as equals on the path.
Oh, Hedon.
In my head, I'm just thinking like we will never be equals, but okay. And I leave with the group to wherever it is they're wanting to go.
I'm just going to walk up to the woman and go, I don't know what you did to him, but you've done something. I don't know what it was. I couldn't detect it, and well done for that.
I have not.
And then I just,
She smiles and goes, I have not cast a single spell upon him.
And I am
I
very
turn back and
clearly
holler
in
over
the
my
back
shoulder.
going,
Rise!
She is telling the truth. She has not cast a single spell on him.
Rise!
I open my mouth and go to, like, I have my right hand my pointer finger up in the air, and I just stop midway, and I remark, you know what? At one point, we'll meet again. And when we do, I look forward to sparring with you verbally for the divine's might. Good day.
Good day.
There,
and I
we're
am just
leaving. Are you
very
happy
much
now,
just
Belle?
no.
At this point, you gather the wagon, you get everybody on it, and you're like, fuck it, we're going!
Yes.
Yay!
Get in the fucking wagon!
Like, as we take off, I'm sure he dan's under some sort of spell. I'm going to turn to Belle and go, hey, listen, do me a favor. Can you cast detect magic or something on Hedan? Just humor me.
And yeah, I do. I'm just like, you're lucky this is a cantrip. And yeah. I
Oh,
cast detect magic. I assume I see nothing.
you see, other than his standard effects, yeah, you see nothing.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
like it just bop Jose on the head.
Is that a yes or a no?
The only thing that I feel like this would be the line that would probably pop into Belle's head is like, the only thing influencing that mind is his hormones.
He is clearly thinking with his other head.
Oh!
Oh, Belle, I
Really?
did not need you to. Yeah, you couldn't have. Ugh.
So, during the trip, Sylvana is going to take Rye aside. Because at some point, Rye's behavior is going to get noticed by Sylvana. I don't know how long it will take, but over the period of 49 days, I'm sure Sylvana at least will notice it once. I would say that's a fair assessment there, Ange.
Yep.
Yeah. So she will take Rye aside, away from the group, and sit down with her, and go, Rye, will you come with me? We need to have a conversation.
Sure.
All right. And once you're aside, she'll go, I have noticed how you look at Belle. I've noticed how you look at her. I take it you have feelings for her, yes?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. She'll look at Ryan and go, I believe you are not alone in that department.
No.
As I believe I have feelings for her as well. I am not sure how strongly they are, things of that nature, but I certainly do not want to get in between two of my party members if they are developing a relationship. Have you started developing a relationship, or is this currently still a one-sided crush?
It's still one-sided crush.
Ah, okay. That is where mine is as well, though I am not going to pursue this relationship per se. I'm of the mindset that if it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
If you wish to pursue that relationship and she reciprocates, I am not going to get in the way of that.
Okay. That's good.
I do want to be very forthcoming about that. But like I said, I do have a strong attraction to her.
Yeah.
And I feel that you should be informed of that, so that way you do not get upset if something happens between me and her and we develop a relationship. Or I am not going to get upset if something happens between you and her and you have a relationship. Or if neither of us have a relationship, that's fine with me as well.
Yeah.
That doesn't bother me. I'm of the mindset if it happens, it happens. Don't need much more than that. Though, with that being said, if you do have feelings for her, perhaps you should tell her, because I am going to be honest, from what I have observed of her behavior, she will not notice something like that unless it's literally written in text in front of her.
Yeah, that is true. She loves her books.
She does love her books, and that is an adorable feature of hers.
My sister also likes books too.
So, do you plan on perhaps, say, writing a letter explaining your feelings to her?
Yes, but I might need help with it because I'm not good
I
with...
am not the person to use for that. She goes, I am not good at wooing anyone. If anything, and I hate saying this, your best bet is likely going to be Jose or V.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my god.
Oh, the ideas have come to me already.
Oh, we're doomed.
Don't ruin... No!
I have ideas. I know exactly how to set this up.
To quote Dragon Ball Z Abridged, Escuta, Bond.
Oh yeah. And as you guys are like whispering to each other,
Like, we did
You
separate
guys-
ourselves from this conversation. Now,
yeah.
continue.
There is one person that you have not calculated for.
Uh-oh.
As you guys
Oh,
walk
son of a
back.
whore!
It's like the icy glare of Miss Daae.
Give me a perception check for Miss Daae, because she may have overheard the conversation.
For once,
It's like
I didn't do it.
Go ahead and if she has a perception, give her that roll. Yes. Okay.
Oh,
She didn't hear it. She didn't hear it.
No, but it's like you guys, walking off, and it's like when you guys come back, it's like, remember, there is somebody else a part of this equation.
Yep.
And is like, once you guys are coming back to the group and whatnot, is like, you guys get daggers stared at you as this, like, oh, you guys.
We might have to exorcise the ghost.
Yep, we do. Do you have holy water?
She's looking at Ryan. Go. Maybe I should try to looking into dealing with one part of them, and you deal with the other.
That sounds good.
I'd say you go for the more physical side of things, and I will go for the more ephemeral.
Yeah.
I am not looking forward to that, though.
I'm not either.
That's gonna be a hell of a fight.
I will. For the moment, I will just be looking over some of the books of Amnuketna as this whole.
Like, Sylvana will...
Bella's like, here,
Sylvana will look at
here,
Ryan
here.
and go, I believe out of the two people we discussed, I think the female one would be the better option at this point.
Yep.
Though, my fear for the female option is she won't keep her mouth shut.
Yeah, that's true.
Where
I pray she does not.
the male one will keep his mouth shut, but I'm not sure we'll get good advice.
Oh, he seems pretty good at being able to woo.
So, why don't you have a
Hey,
chat
look
with...
what I did for.
Why don't you
Go ahead.
have a chat with him, and I will have a chat with her.
Okay, sounds good.
And hopefully we'll have a positive result. And she says that with like a wince on her face.
Who has the Cyrano effect?
Now,
Next.
as a DM, I will talk with
What?
Melody later and see what V will recommend to Sylvana.
Mm-hmm.
But we are going to have the conversation between Rye and Jose now, and when that conversation ends is where we're going to end game.
Okay.
Okay.
And don't forget that if you want more of this, folks, like and subscribe
Yep.
and share and all that BS.
Yes, the more attention this gets, the more I'll be able to do it.
So, Jose is just sitting there looking through some of the books on Amnuketna. He's kind of leafing through them, not really reading them, just flipping the pages more.
Yeah, as I'm like proceeding to add another book to the to read pile for him.
Okay, so Ryan goes up to Jose and like, Jose, can I talk to you for a sec?
Sure, what's up? As I put the book down and I just politely smile at you and state, what do you need?
I need help with a love letter.
As
Oh.
Belle is proceeding to be like, oh, you get to have fun, and grabs
I am going to walk right up to Rye and go, Rye, come with me, and we shall see how the blooming love that you now have will forever be encapsulated and brought forth like a blooming flower. Tell me, on second thoughts, let's wander over here a bit where nosy Parkers can't be nosy.
and Miss Dai just does this little derisive little sniff thing and is like, "Eh."
Like once the two of us get to a certain degree away, I do this, and I also do this. Is that ghost following us? And
No, she has started doing that thing where she just starts singing just to annoy everybody around her.
So, Rye, who is the one that has captured your eye?
Belle.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm. You said you wanted to send a letter. Let's see here. And I will. And yes, I know this is cheating, but I don't care.
Oh boy. And you got the same number twice.
One
I
to
will
twin
turn.
powers activate.
I will turn to Rye.
That's two
And
29s. People on strictly audio medium.
Yep. Two
I will
29s.
turn to Rye and just state, right. Well, let's start with what you obviously know. Follower of Amnuketna. Do you know much about Amnuketna, or is it just...
No, we don't.
And there's our inn. And I say that with like this big... Well, cats can't really grin, but if a cat could grin, I'd have a big grin on my face.
I mean,
I will
Catfolk
Have
see...
you
can
ain't never
grin.
seen a Cheshire Cat?
Oh, that's a good point, actually. All right, so anyway, I grin and state, well, then, there we go. This gives you an opportunity to not only learn something of Belle, but it also gives you something to learn about what her focus and interest is in. So let's see. You don't happen to have any paper or a pen or anything on you at the moment, do you?
Oh, I think I do. I check in and give her a pen and paper.
All right. Now, do you want this to be obviously from you, or do you want this to
Yes.
be...
Yes.
Okay. All right, let's see here. Uh, I actually don't know your last name. What is it?
Hey, Hamaji? Hamaji?
Okay. So, and I just start from Rai Hamaji to Bella. I would be most pleased if we could spend some time together conversing in regard to Yamnuketna. I'm curious of the deity's exact vocation and area of concern. I would further wish, and at this point I look at Rai and go, just out of curiosity, we're sort of we're still on travel at the minute, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're still traveling.
And if I remember right, you said it was going to take 40 days to get to the next place?
49 days, yes. And you are a ways down the trip.
So can I
Right.
do my 49D20 to work on my transformation stuff?
And also see whether or not you get anywhere with decoding that ledger.
Yes.
All right, I will continue on. I'd very much like to discuss this over dinner with you. And at this point, I then stop, hand the letter to Rye, and say, do you see anything wrong with that, or do you see anything
That's
you want
that
to
wrong.
change, or...
No, it's good.
Right. That leads me to the second part before I continue. I think this would be very good for Bella. You want some extra romance? I can have B play some rather masterful tunes on that harp. And I've been known to have a good singing voice myself.
Sure.
Very well then. Today I will be asking Belle what her favorite food is, and if we have it available, we'll make it. And when she happens to receive the letter, it will just be coincidental that her favorite food is something you happen to have. My dear wife and I will stay at a bit of a distance to give the two of you privacy. Let's see. I would very much enjoy a dinner as we converse, as I think this would be nicer. No, not nicer. Let's see. We got to think about the wording here exactly. I think this would be more helpful to converse with you in regard to Amnuketna and the specifics of your direct differences in worship. No, 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 no. No, never mind that. That's too wordy. I've got it. I wish to know further of your manners in which you worship Amnuketna. I think that covers a degree of areas, and it would be an opening way for you to then get her to talk about herself and other things that she does or doesn't like, and so on. Now, do you want any kind of password or like code if this suddenly goes wrong that you need a bit of help with or something?
No, I think I'm okay.
Okay. Then the letter is fine, yes?
Yes.
Can you fold it up and put your seal on it, please? Speaking of seals, that reminds me. I need to have a word with Hedan, but that will be later. Okay. With that, as I wait for Rye to put his seal on it, I wait for him to do that. I start flipping through a book, which I will deliberately use later, and I will turn to Rye and just go, listen, when we return, I'm going to be dropping this. Don't go picking it up. Just trust me.
Okay.
I took the letter back. The two of us wander back to camp.
And that's where
And
that's where we'll stop it.
Okay.
Because that's a good point. You're bringing the letter back, and we'll deal with the aftermath of that letter next time.
Yay.
Yay. Poor Right.
I
Poor
cannot
Belle.
wait.
Here's another thing to calculate out. I think I calculated out when the next
Red Moon
full
is
Bacchus moon, and yeah, I've lost track of where we are on the calendar. We had one of those, a couple of big time jumps again.
yeah. You are a week and 4 days. Sorry. Let me see where the official full moon is. Sorry, you're a week and a day away from a full moon being labeled as full moon rising.
All right.
So let me see where. Okay, there's the official full moon. That's where you'll get hit.
Mhm.
So it's a week
Mhm.
and 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, that means
And
Ray
are
gotta
we
be.
at Farindachi then?
Yeah, you'll be at Ferndachi with a week and 5 days left.
Okay.
Well, that means Ray has to become a fox again.
Yeah. Now, at that point,
Rye can become a fox however often he wants.
all right. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. Now, Rye and Jose, you have one tiny bit of homework. All right.
Oh,
I need you to write that letter.
I mean, that's.
He wants it in writing.
I just need I need it in writing. Whatever you two want to like discuss back and forth, and then come up with like a little small letter text block that you can hand me. That's great because that's what's going to Belle. All right.
Okay.
All right.
You got 2 weeks.
Then, and gentlemen, as I have you in the chat, I will click on message so I can send you a message later on this week. As
Okay.
it's almost 3 in the morning here, so
Yep. Let me.
I will.
All right. Quick thing. Let me stop the recording. So everybody, join us on YouTube. I'll be uploading this to YouTube in the next couple of days. And then it'll be 2 weeks from now. We'll have another session. So this will be fun. All right. So till then, I shall catch you all later. Toodles.
Later.
Farewell.
Bye.
Goodbye.